Hey guys, it's Liam from CNC Marine. We're here at Fingal Head in northern New South Wales. We're with Jared from Jareds Tinnie Mods. He's built our 4600cc with a bunch of modifications, so let's jump in and have a look. Nice to meet you, Jared.
Hey Liam, how you going?
We've chatted far too often on the phone, but here we are in your 46cc. You've built it yourself. You're Jared, obviously, from Jareds Tinnie Mods.
Yeah, mate.
What made you come across this boat and why did you choose the 46cc?
Big thing for me was having something manageable. I didn't want to go too big and not use it often. I wanted something I could do it on my own, use it all the time. And something that can get into the shallows and get out offshore as well.
So a bit of an estuary boat, pretty much.
Bit of an all-rounder.
Exactly. All right. So I got to ask the question, tell us a bit more about the boat.
So obviously when I got the kit, everyone knows sort of what I do. There's no way I was just going to build a standard kit. I wanted a T-top center console. I changed around the layout for the fuel to fit a bit more fuel into it. Put a nice big duck board on the back just to give it a bit more space because being a smaller boat it's a bit tight. Put a nice bait board with a live bait tank. I didn't really have room to put a bait tank down low. It's got the kill tank. Yeah.
Alrighty, for those of you playing along at home, this is a standard 4600cc kit that it started from. Jared's just made an awful lot of modifications himself. Obviously, Jared's Tinnie Mods, he modified tinnies. So tell us a bit more about the mods you've made, Jared.
It's hard to remember everything that I changed. I did the custom console T-top because we wanted a bit of shade. I lengthened the side pockets. I went for combing extrusion instead of just the plate on the sides. The duck board's all custom. Obviously custom bait board. Bowsprit's custom. I added electric motor mount so I could run the electric motor. I've gone for a bigger fuel tank. Made an esky seat box. I think that's about it.
Easy, no worries. There's plenty of changes in there. So.
There's probably a couple I missed.
Definitely, always is. Tell us a bit more about the kit. How long did it take you to put this whole thing together, including all your modifications and whatnot?
Yeah, so it ended up taking a lot longer than I planned because I tried to get fitted in my spare time, which I don't have a lot of. It took about 3 to 4 weeks over a 7-month period of just working on it here and there.
How did you get into building boats?
It's just all I've ever done. I actually started working at Telwater building boats when I was 16, did my apprenticeship. I moved through the company there, and then eventually I was building the yellowfin plate boats and the Stacey Ocean range of plate boats.
Okay, interesting. So, given your experience, did you have any struggles with putting together the 46cc? Or?
No, this boat went together really easily. The thing that slowed me down was deciding to change everything and do all the custom mods.
Definitely slows us down from a design perspective as well. All the extra changes and custom bits always add time. Would you have any tips and tricks for anyone at home who's going to build their own boat in the back shed or something like that?
Yeah, if you're new to welding, just practice on scrap. Really make sure you get your welding down before you build the boat.
Any good ways of testing? But like braking tests or?
No, just do similar sections to what you're going to need to do on the hull.
So
like
fillet
get similar
welds
thicknesses and just try and replicate those welds on the bench before you build your boat. Perfect. Because when you're building a boat, you're starting with the structure and you want to make sure that you're not learning on that.
Exactly. That's too right. We get far too many questions of people being a bit worried about starting on the structure, but as Jared said, practice first, practice makes perfect. So moving on to a bit of the details in the build. What did you go with? Floor coverings. Obviously the gunnels are nicely tapped with a bit of sea deck. You've gone for something custom, it looks like.
Yeah, so I got the whole floor sea decked from Boat Flooring Australia. I wanted to add my logo into it and everything, obviously. The Bragmat bloke did a custom wrap for me and wrapped the console as well. Just wanted to make something a bit different.
Yeah, definitely. How'd you go with electronics and whatnot on your console?
I'm no good with electronics personally. So I had a really good mate of mine actually helped me wire everything, fitted all my steering. He did the lot.
Lovely. So looking back at now you've got the boat finished, how do you think it performs and how do you like it, using it as your only boat, I guess?
It performs really well for its size. One thing you got to remember, it's 5 meters tip to tip. So it's not going to perform like a big 6 meter, 6.5 meter, but for its size, it goes really well.
Yeah, we were out there earlier today and it went quite well compared to the 65 HTO we're in as well. So not bad for a little boat.
Yeah.
Like you were saying earlier, it's perfect for estuaries. And then if you're not going out on a crazy bad day offshore, you're probably going to be fine.
The
So
big thing, just always max horsepower and you can't go wrong.
what did you go for an engine?
I've got a Yamaha 115.
Didn't want to go any bigger?
I would have gone bigger if this boat could take bigger.
Fair. Reasonable.
That was max on this hull.
How do you think you're going to look in the future with Jareds Tinnie Mods? What do you want to do with it? Do you want to build bigger boats? What's the plan?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I really like doing all the custom work that I do and all the products that I sell. I really enjoy doing that, and I need to work out a good sort of balance to try and fit in building boats into it. I'm not quite there yet, but yeah, I'd like to build a bigger one for myself eventually, and I'll move this one on, and then I'll build myself a new one.
Sounds good. What are your goals with Jareds Tinnie Mods? Do you plan on staying with just the mods, or do you want to move into doing mainly boat builds, or?
I'd like to sort of keep it a bit of both, really. I'd like to maybe eventually get someone in to help me a bit more with the mods work, so that I can start building more boats. But
I've noticed you've got a bunch of products available online. Is that right? Or,
yeah.
So you sell a lot of stuff through eBay.
Yeah, I do a lot of products to suit certain model boats, ones that I know are popular, and yeah, they've all been really popular.
Awesome, but you do complete custom stuff, whatever anyone wants anyway.
Yeah, pretty much whatever you want.
Sounds good. How did you start? What made you go, I want to do all these custom tinny mods for people?
To be honest, it was sort of forced by necessity. When we had our first daughter, my wife wasn't working anymore, and I went, oh, I need to start making some more money.
Fair enough.
So starting from the front with the changes I made to this boat, I put a nice hatch over the top of the anchor wheel, like the ones that we sell, just to make that whole area fishable. I've gone for a motor guide electric motor on the front. It's 80 pound and it's 72-inch shaft, and it's optimal for this boat. It works awesome. I changed the front hatch a little bit, added some gas struts to it. I've got my 2 electric motor batteries down either side underneath the casting platform out of the way. I added plenty of rod holders and my cup holders in this boat. So you got a cup holder next to every rod holder. Moving down to the floor, in front of the console, I've got a kill tank. It's plumbed into the rear, so you can turn water on and off in and out of it. Then I've got the custom T-top center console. We've got storage in here for all life jackets and safety gear. Then we go to the... Moving to the helm, I've got I'm running a Yamaha F115 on this boat. So I've gone for a binnacle mount rather than the old school control box. I've got hydraulic steering. I've got a Lowrance HES12 Live. I've got this cool little mount for the motor guide remote from First Lap Fabrication. A couple more cup holders, bit of storage for your phone, wallet, keys, and that sort of stuff. I've got my VHF and my stereo up here, plenty of lights throughout. I've got some nice big long side pockets. I've got that dual folding seat, which is also an esky box underneath. And then moving towards the back of the boat, I've just got batteries inside this hatch. This hatch is just for storage. I've got a nice custom bait board with a live bait tank inside, rod holders, cup holders, storage. I also extended the duck board on this boat, changed it to checker plate, modified the rails, dive ladder on the other side, and the transom door folds down as a step to come into the boat. that's about all I can think of on the custom modifications I've made to it.
Right, so that's pretty much been the 4600cc. A lot to show, obviously. Jared's made an awful lot of modifications, but thanks for showing us around the boat, man.
No worries at all. Thanks for having me.
Catch you later.